All right. Well, I did my research into it, and the fire crews have now extinguished the fires on the ships. It's been now a total loss of now 7 ships. 7 ships have been considered a complete and total loss. So, the initial reports were bombs were placed on 4 ships, and they blew them, and they sunk. And they did. War has started. Iran splinter cells started some shit here. So we're going to be going to war with Iran. So don't be surprised if all hell breaks loose tomorrow. So I hope you guys all have a good night. I'm having a hard time sleep because I'm keeping an eye on this story right now. I'm like, I slept for a few hours and I'm like, okay, I gotta check this out, see what the fuck is going on now. 7 of the it was like 11 ships or something like that were on fire, but 7 out of the 11 are sunk now. So bad news. So they have fighter jets still up in the area right now, still scouring the skies for anything and everything that may have had something to do with this explosion. So they're looking for any kind of Iranian gunboats is what they're looking for. So initial reports were airstrikes. That's what the initial report was. 4 ships sunk, airstrikes by Scud missiles strike the remainder ships. That was the initial report. So it has not been proven yet that they used any kind of ballistic missile on these ships. Nothing's been completely verified yet at this point, but as of right now, 7 out of all those ships have completely been destroyed. 7 oil tankers. That's a lot of fucking oil, dude. That's a lot of oil to be dumping into the U.S., U.S.'s backyard over there, United Arab Emirates. So we're friends with them, so we're allies with them. So it looks like they took the first shot. So the shots, like I said, heard around the world. Iran took it. Iran splinter cells started the war. It just depends on what Donald Trump decides to do here. Is Donald Trump going to sit back idle and wait for more and more ships to get blown up? Be a bomb, airstrike, mine, or is he going to attack? Remember what they said. Any attack on America or its allies will be met with unrelenting force. Unrelenting force. John Bolton's exact words. So maybe they're waiting for the United States USS Arlington to arrive before they attack. I don't know. Maybe they're waiting for the dogs. The hounds from hell. The United States Marines. The devil dogs. Maybe they're waiting for the devil dogs to arrive. Think so? Waiting for their 10,000 United States Marines to assault? I got a bad feeling about this, though. That they're ready for us. They're prepared for the United States Marines, and it could be a bloodbath when they first enter in. But this is what they trained for. This is their job. May you be heroic, fearless, and righteous. Good luck, United States Marines. All eyes are on you right now. We're proud of you. Every one of you. All you brave women and men in uniform right now. The whole world's watching you right now. The whole world is watching Iran. The whole world is watching the Golan Heights, the Gaza Strip, the Strait of Hormuz. Crazy times we live in, isn't it? It's biblical times we're living in. Yeah. So, like I said, get all your shit bought. You know, get yourself a handgun, get yourself some ammunition bought. Just put it away in a dresser in case you ever need to use it. Hopefully, God knows you don't want to use it. Hopefully, you never have to use it. I hope I never have to use mine. But they are put there for a reason. It's just like owning a bulletproof vest, right, people? You own it, hoping you never have to use it. Right? Exactly. So, if you guys are looking into getting a bulletproof vest, I would invest into Spartan Armor Systems. I would go with the level 3 plus coat, the full coat. It'll cost you about $300, but then you'll have the best armor in the world. And then if you're looking to get a handgun, I would probably look into like a PT-111. The Taurus. PT-111. G2. The G2's, that's the newer one. But the PT-111 would work just fine. That's the one I have. It works just fine. It's a great handgun, and you can get it for just about $200, about $210. It doesn't get any cheaper than that. That's as good as it gets. And then if you want armor, you can have armor. And the type of bullet to be used, most people probably use like hollow points, full metal jackets, but if you want the most lethal round in the world in your handgun to protect your family, it's G2 Research RIP ammo, RIP ammo, RIP ammo. It comes in both 380, I believe, and 40, 45, and 9. I have mine in 9 mil. So the last time I checked, I only saw the 380 and the 9. So supposedly they got these other calibers out there. So what it does is if somebody's trying to break into your house, the initial bullet punches all the way through them, okay, and severs their spine. Well, the other 8 shrouds, because they're like this, it's like a claw of 8 of them, and then they go in. It's a wound channel, and if you're butt naked, it will go in exactly 6 inches, and then spread, and then create 8 different wound channels throughout the body, and you have the initial one punching through the body. But if you have clothes on, you're probably looking at it, it's probably going to go in about 5 inches before it separates. So it's the perfect bullet to have in your self-defense gun. Hopefully you never have to use the bullet, but it will work, and you only need one. It doesn't matter if you're a bad shot. You can shoot them in the stomach. You can shoot people in the leg with this thing. It doesn't matter. You'd have a better chance of surviving a shotgun blast than you were just this tiny little 9 mil round with G2 Research RIP ammo. So look into it. I don't know if you know what I mean. If you're into weaponry and stuff like that, that would be your bullet. That is your bullet of choice for self-defense. That's what I have just in my other room right over there. That's what I have in my 9 mil. So in my G2 sorry about that. My PT-111. So made by Taurus. They're good. It's a good gun. There's no need to spend $700 or $800 on a handgun when you can get a damn good handgun that will never fail you for $210, $220. I mean, that's cheap. I bought mine for, it was like $180 after tax. It was like $310, and that was years ago, and it was more expensive. So the cost has gone down. It is the #1 selling handgun in 2017. It's a damn good handgun. So if you guys don't have a firearm yet, if you guys are thinking about looking into getting one here in the near future, definitely want to look at the PT-111, okay? Just give it a shot. Just check it out. If they have it at your store, great. If they don't, find something else. But I would definitely invest into the G2 Research RIP ammo. I know a lot of you are probably saying you know a lot about, you should be a munitions salesman. No, I'm just telling you what will work and what won't work. And I've put this thing to the test on a watermelon, and it fucking blew that watermelon to pieces. So you can only imagine how many, 8 wound channels plus the initial one that blows the watermelon right in half. And then you have all these shrouds. Really, they're like sharp little knives, and they create all these different wound channels throughout the body. Is what they do. So that way you only have to hit your opponent one time. Does that make sense? But I'm going to get back on point. So it's fucking crazy. So the first shots have been fired. Iran has fired the first shots, heard around the world. They have blown up now 7 tankers. The first initial reports were 4 were attacked by bombs and the rest were attacked by airstrikes. So that's why they had planes up in the air searching and searching and searching. So I don't know anything about airstrikes, but that's what the initial report said. So that's what I reported on. I just report on the news that I get. So, and as of right now, 7 of them are pretty much sinking. They're done. It's over. 4 sunk completely. So we got a war coming. It all depends on what Donald Trump decides to do here. What is John Bolton gonna do? They're going to sit back idle and let a few more ships get blown up, or are they going to attack? We're going to find out. But as of right now, war has been started. It has begun. Israel's going to feel the brunt end of this. They're going to be definitely met with a lot of rocket fire from Hamas and Hezbollah. It's going to get ugly. Remember, Iran's got their dirty little fingers all over the Middle East. They got splinter cells everywhere. They even got them in the U.S. So don't be surprised if there's some terrorist attacks in the U.S. within the next couple days. Don't be surprised. Don't be alarmed. The United States government will handle it, but I have a bad feeling we got Iranian splinter cells already in the U.S. planning on doing attacks. So this is Iran. This is the world state sponsor of terror. Number 1 state sponsor of terror. So that's right. I said it. You are the number 1 sponsor of terror. Tehran is. They always have been. So, and they want nothing other than the destruction and the complete death of Israel and America. So, all right. Well, there you go. There's the latest report. 7 ships sunk. 7 have been completely destroyed. I thought they were going to extinguish the flames. I thought it was just going to be the 4 that were completely destroyed. No, it's 7. So, as of just a few minutes ago, that's fresh off the wire. And like I said, the planes are still in the area, scouring the skies for any little fucking boat that they can find out there with a little missile launcher. Anything they can fucking find to figure out what in the fuck just happened here. There's still a criminal investigation going on as to what the fuck happened with these other boats. Because obviously they're bomb blast on the first ones because they ripped them up. They ripped these ships to pieces, dude. So we're gonna find out what's gonna happen here, and hopefully we'll get the full story if they're even gonna release it right now. The United Arab Emirates, they're not releasing nothing. They said everything's under investigation right now. We will let you know once we find out more information. So there you go. They're not saying anything. They're just saying we got a major problem. We're getting it under control. That's all they said. So they're not worried about war right now. They're just trying to get the mess cleaned up. They're just trying to figure out what the fuck to do now with all these blown up ships. So it's a fucking mess is what it is. It's a fucking mess. So anyway, I love y'all. You guys all have a good night. Crazy days we're living in, man. Very biblical.